Tobin brings him onto the track for the first in Santa Anita Park stretch number 6, Silver Ice. 9 minutes to go.
You're the youngest one.
So I am here today. It is Friday, 13 Friday. They come or to start. It is special for to start. It is nice here. The people live in the mountains. It is dangerous.
There, Typhoon Tommy came away in good order. Spun Not Stirred. Then Hat Can't Count. And White Mountain at the back of the field. So last call ball gets a very easy lead. Opens up 2 lengths on Typhoon Tommy in second. Then it's Pat Can't Count along the rail. And Spun Not Stirred is fourth, 4 lengths off the lead. 3 back to White Mountain. Onto the backstretch. Last call Paul leads it by a length and a half. Unchallenged up top with Typhoon Tommy, a clear cut second. Spun Not Stirred inches up to be on even terms with Pat Can't Count. And still another 3. White Mountain has trailed throughout. Edwin Maldonado and last call Paul cruising along past the half-mile pole. Leads it a length and a half. Typhoon Tommy is set down now, has to get after him in second. A length and a half, Spun Not Stirred clearly into third. Pat Can't Count 4 off the pace. 3 back to White Mountain. Midway on the forward turn. Last call Paul. Typhoon Tommy is a half length back. Hardwood trying to get by. But last call calls trying to fight him off. On the outside, Spun Not Stirred is rallying in third. Last call Paul at the top of the stretch. Struts clearly by 3. On the outside, Spun Not Stirred moving into second. Typhoon Tommy summed up 16 pole. Last call Paul or Spun Not Stirred. Last call Paul checking. Spun Not Stirred trying to go lead. Last call Paul. Spun Not Stirred finished second. Typhoon Tommy is in third. White Mountain fourth. Last call Paul is in the winner's circle. 5-year-old dark mare brown gelding by Stay Thirsty out of Blind Me Now. Owned by Chase, Knapp, Brian et al. Trained by Steve Knapp and written by Edwin Maldonado. Last call Paul was bred in California by Mike Bryant. The running time, 1:39.63 seconds. Official.
TV, of course, they show the clean trash. И TV shows race because a little people would play with money, a lot money. Cleaning. I want to show how high the people live.
How you doing? Good.
Really. And after this fire, dangerous house here. Mama mia, it's very, very high. For to live, of course. It is dangerous. Mostly here. Oi. They clean.
Jacob brings him out for race 3, stretch 5, making improvements and start of the 2006 season. Daddy and Brandon's girl.
We went to a restaurant and she looked at empty bottle.
I'm helping.
We went to the restaurant over there and she looked at empty bottle right
Again.
Number 2.
And they're off in perfect life. Had a beautiful beginning until the favorite takes control at once. Princess Daddy and Brandon's girl trying to apply some pressure, some 3 across the track. Salsa is fourth along the rail, and Union Harris at the back of the field. Around the first turn, and Princess Daddy is up to take the lead. Brandon's girl in second. Perfect Life is backed off, but in hand nicely at the rail in third. The Gun Salsa eager in between horses, joined 3 wide by Union Harris. It's extremely key. Union Harris hugging hard at Victor Espinosa in the 3-path now and trying to settle down as they run to the 5/8 pole. And so it's Princess Daddy the leader, prompted by Brandon's girl. It's going to have the Union Harris on the outside of them in third. Armando Aguilar's Perfect Life fourth, just in front of Salsa. It's a very compact field of 3 lengths with Princess Daddy, Brandon's girl, and that go away. And they're pressed by Union Harris. Those 3 sprint to the 3/8 pole together. Now, Perfect Life is asked to get after that trio, and Salsa is outside of her, approaching the quarter pole. Union Harris on the outside puts her head in front. Between rivals, Brandon's girl is in second. Perfect Life is now rallying one from the outside as they reach the top of the stretch. The lead belongs to Union Harris, who got the jump by 2. Perfect Life chasing with determination and Salsa from the outside. That's one furlong to go. Union Harris, Perfect Life, and Salsa. Looking white on the outside.
Wow.
To beat Union Harris, who did everything to win. Southside finished third.
It was 3, really?
Wow.
Did you get anything?
It's not even enough for here. Didn't know. Did you call it? I told you.
With a narrow advantage, pressed by Fraud by You. Gap of 4. Imagineer in third. Rostovsky is fourth. Island Paradise and both sides of bad. Rounding the clubhouse turn, Florent Giroux and Lorenzo Bernini. Open it up now to lead it by 2. Braun by You second. 4 lengths back, Rostovsky third. Then Imagineer, Island Paradise, and both sides of that. Onto the backstretch, behind Lorenzo Bernini. Fluff the hole now. Has a 2-length lead, heading to the half-mile pole. Braun by You second by 3. Rostovsky clearly third. Imagineer is fourth. Island Paradise is down on the inside. Racing in the 5th spot as they take a little closer order. And then both sides of that. No drama thus far. It's Lorenzo Bernini continuing to lead by 2, 2.5 now. Suddenly, Fraud by You comes under heavy pressure as Rostovsky takes up the chase. And here's Rostovsky within a half length of the pacemaker as the field reaches the top of the stretch. Island Paradise has saved every inch of ground. Both sides of that between horses, top of the lane, and Rostovsky is up to pounce on Lorenzo Bernini, running right on by. Rostovsky opens up and is home free. Final question is the margin of victory, as it's going to get close for second. No doubt about Rostovsky, wins by 4.5. Both sides of that completes the exacta. Lorenzo Bernini third, photo Imagineer and Drawn by You.
This was the show, right? Oh, okay. So I don't know what they came in. Let's see. 4, 3, and 1. That was the one I. Peanut and walnut? What? Walnut Junior.
I'm sorry.
2 more.
Peanut and walnut. Yeah.
Outrageous for me to
You didn't realize it.
Outrageous is Cristobal Herrera. It's the outside stall. Current favorite, walking in.
Made it better for me because he didn't know how much I drank.
They're in the gate. They're on. Sensational ZZ rockets out. Quickly opens up 3 lengths. Outrageous unwritten code is up close to the early going. Down at the rail, a real Jewett with cheeky gal right next to her. Then comes stepping out 8 lengths off the lead. A rousing babe, rousing Jewel. Santa between those two. The trailers of Rose of Jericho and sees the image at the back. 3 furlongs out, sensational ZZ has a 3-length lead. Outrageous purple colors making headway while widest of all. 3 clear of a rousing babe. They're at the top of the stretch, and it's sensational ZZ with a 3-length lead. Chased intensely by outrageous. These two are well clear of the rest. Headed by unwritten code, rousing jewel on the outside, and in between a rousing babe. Past the 16th ball, sensational ZZ holding on by 2. Outrageous coming down, and outrageous has collared sensational ZZ in the shot. Long way back, rousing jewel third, then unwritten code.
11?
Yeah, that's outrageous. And I was almost saying,
Number 11.
and I was gonna
Win.
yeah, we did look, but if I was gonna be alone, I was gonna be outrageous. But who was it that? Yeah, I think so.
The wrestlers are the cut rates and see what the kids. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in Pride in the early days in the UFC, there was no testing. And then when the United States, when Nevada Athletic Commission, California wrote the rules. They used King of the Cage, the UFC, and a company called the IFC. They combined our 3 organizations to create the rules for the sport. When they did that, they brought in dope testing. And Japan continued to not. So you were allowed to juice in Japan. So eventually, as Pride kind of fell off the top tier of the sport, those guys that left Pride that came over to the UFC that stayed. Ever been to Div Top Fun? I think it's in the mall next door. It's a famous noodle place for I mean, it's like, I mean, there's 35 times you can wait 2.5, 3 hours. I think today we're going to go eat.
Midway lane going in. Midnight strike coming up. Legal air.
Yeah, you been there?
Goes in. They're in the gate. And they're up. And legal air is quick out of the gate, so is latitude. And in between them, midway lane prominent as well. Irish Rebel fourth, midnight strike, no early speed from Mucho. Dulce. Into the first turn, legal air sprinting along. Absolutely no turning back for legal air, who has opened up a 2-length advantage on latitude and midway lane. The Horonas runner second and third. Then comes Irish Rebel and midnight strike, and a gap of a dozen back to Mucho. Dulce. Onto the backstretch, and it's legal air. Continuing at a breakneck speed by 5 lengths. Latitude, midway lane, inseparable. They cut that lead right back down to 3. It's another 3 lengths back to midnight strike, who is racing right next to Irish Rebel. And then still 8 lengths back to Mucho. Dulce into the far turn. Legal air, the controlling speed. 2-length advantage on midway lane and latitude. Another 3 midnight strike is within 4 lengths of the pace, starting to gather nice momentum. That Irish level with a quarter of a mile to go. And it is legal air trying to cling to this lead. Latitude splits rivals to make his run on the outside. Midnight strike in between them. Midway lane, midnight strike on the outside. Has forged up to latitude and taken command. It's midnight strike handwritten to the front and starting to pull clear lane. Midnight strike wins it by almost 3 lengths. Latitude was second, midway lane third, then legal air. Delightful Heart is at the back of the field. It's Pocket Venus passing the half-mile ball. Tequila and Therapy, 3/4 back while in hand second. Scary Fast Ride is down at the rail in third. Then comes Artismo's 3 deep, 3 lengths off the lead. Between those two is Lovin' on the Run and another 3 to Delightful Heart. Pocket Venus has been prominent throughout with 5/16 to go. Tequila and Therapy pressing. Artismo, good trip, 3 deep in third. Then Lovin' on the Run in the pink, has some run, looking for racing room. Scary Fast Ride is next. Delightful Heart at the the back, they turn for home. Ortiz was on the extreme outside, Tequila and Therapy. Now Lovin on the run, angles out and is coming with big stride. That scary fast run comes through the wheel. Lovin on the run, taking off after Ortiz run. And Lovin on the run, much the best, getting Lovin on the double. Ortiz was second, scary fast ride finished third, then Tequila and Therapy.
Canada winners of Phil's junior tournament because they actually made it script at the end of the tournament. Like all the other junior tournaments, it was just a trophy. Yeah, they actually gave you a script, and it was like, oh man, I can get a couple dozen balls out of this. I used to, God, it was so tight. I think the course I had to play it. Laskin played out a friendly.
Alaskan played on friendly, so did
Strickland? Strickland? The Meeks brothers were on it. Yorba Linda.
they went to Arizona. That's all I know. Because if you go to friendly, they have all the U.S. amateur stuff of there.
No, Tom Sargent was their instructor at Yorba Linda.
They played. You go in the friendly hills.
They got him there too?
Eric, who won the U.S. amateur?
Yeah. He was a year before me, so I remember when he won the M. But I thought it was the Meeks brothers.
I asked him who he
Biddick. Remember Jason Biddick?
No. I asked Eric who he beat to get to the championship. Robert Gammons, who played in front of him all year at Arizona. He beat David Thomas, Robert Gammons, and another guy who played the tour. He beat like 4 tour guys.
Just goes to show how far junior golf took to the level.
Very happy to be joined by the Connections hit Darren.
Dr. Filkins is out very quickly and goes straight to the front here. Scattalana Ding Dong left to take a second shot. And then behind them comes Beaglebrox in third. Almost there is down on the inside, close up, taking that third position as they move into the first turn. That group is followed by Desert Hawk, who's down on the inside, just in front of John Metcalf, who is now joined on the extreme outside by Omission. About 6 lengths off the lead is a very keen Omission who didn't take that first turn too well. Robin Old settles at the back of the field with Passion Doro. They swing on to the backstretch, and it is Dr. Filkins, Scattalana Ding Dong in second. They're followed by Beaglebrox in third. Racing on the outside in fourth is John Metcalf, who's only about a length off the lead suddenly. A length and a half back to almost there. Then Omission and Passion Doro, leaving the 2 trailers, Desert Hawk, and Robin Olds is at the back of the field. Dr. Filkins rounds the far turn. Scattalana Ding Dong is a neck away second, a length and a half. Beaglebrox in third. Now the favorite, John Metcalf, is losing ground with each and every stride, not being persevered with either. He is going to be last. Big turn for home, and these 3 right across the course. Scattalana Ding Dong in between horses. Dr. Filkins battling gamely. 2 lengths back to Beaglebrox in third. They're coming to the 16th ball. Scattalana Ding Dong opens up 2 on Dr. Filkins, and it's Scattalana Ding Dong, much the best. Scattalana Ding Dong and Diego Herrera scoring by 2.5. Dr. Filkins second. Robin Olds stoutly for third. Then it was almost there in fourth. Fifth was between Beaglebrox and Desert Hawk.
That's what I told you. You know, he said